Dear colleague, good afternoon. I think that we are near to be ready for the third interview of a candidate to the IOC presidency. This time with us will be Morinari Watanabe. So now you are in a very special place. Where are you now? You are in a gym.
I'm in the Kiev, Ukraine, and the gymnastics center.
So you have chosen a different place compared to all the other colleagues. And how is the situation over there? Because so now we have to begin exactly to ask to you about next Olympics, the participation of the athlete of the nation, even in war and so on. What is your opinion? You are there in the heart of the situation.
So, hello, Jenny, and good afternoon and good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank for giving me this opportunity to meet with media from all over the world. So I was very surprised and very happy when I first heard this idea from you, Gianni. Also, I like very much is, your idea is young reporters that you started at the AIPS. Was also a great idea. So you are great innovator. I respect you. And again, thank you for always inspiring me. And today I'm at the gymnastics center in Kiev, Ukraine. Why I'm Kiev, Ukraine is, as you know, I was at the European Olympic Committee General Assembly in Frankfurt last week. And we knew the result of the meeting between President Trump and President Zelensky. I don't know what everyone thought, but I became very worried about the Ukraine gymnast because I always say that I am the father of gymnastics, and my gymnast are my son and my daughter. Gymnasts will be even more worried about their future by current situation. I think leader should be there for people during different times. So that's why I changed my schedule, and I am here.
Yes, and what do you think now that you talk with the athlete over there? What is your opinion?
Again, is now is a conflict. Is I'm staying here from the morning. Sometimes I have a silent, and they stopped for the training, go to the shelter under the ground. They are very worried. They are very worried, and especially after meeting with Zelensky, President Zelensky and Trump. But they like gymnastics. They like sports. They are continuing for the sports. That's why we must support. That only, I am thinking, is we must contribute for the peace by sports. My feeling is now is more stronger.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I think that after people can also ask questions about these matters. First of all, now I would like to begin to speak also about your project, no, your program. I have seen in the what you have proposed for the future of the IOC. First of all, the new idea of the games in 5 continents. That is quite particular because 5 different cities with 10 sports each. So to go from 28, 30 sport to 50 So it's more than a revolution. It's a great revolution. How came in your mind such an idea?
Thank you very much. It's a good question. Yes. You know, as a vice president, I have visited 162 countries. I have seen with my own eyes the situation of our sports in each country. As a result, I saw the reality. Paris 2024 was a historic success. However, I believe that we should not be satisfied and that we must build on the success of these games. Because in contrast to the spectacular Olympic Games, the situation of the IOCs is far from strong. Economically, these countries are not wealthy. In many countries, their relations with the government are not good. Olympians have no guarantee of a career once they retire. In addition, the way people look at the Olympic Games is not always welcome. The presence of sports is in each country is not high enough. I was a gymnast myself. That's why I believe sports has even greater potential. I want to bring out that potential. From that sense, I make for the this 5 Olympic, 5 continental at the same time Olympic Games. I respect Baron de Coubertin and share his ideas of Olympism. The purpose of the Olympic Games is for as many people as possible to understand Olympism and contribute to the development of sports and peace. So if we will organize this 5 continental Olympic Games, we get for the many benefits. First of all, is so far Olympians come from 5 continents, 1 place. But my policy is people from from 5 continents is coming, is under the Olympic flag, is share Olympics. This is my concept. For the athlete, each sport will take place in one of the 5 countries that offers the best climate and facilities for that sport. For the host countries, each country will host 10 sports, greatly reduce the financial burden. For marketing and TV rights, there will be 24 hours coverage, broader sponsorship potential, and a new source of continental sponsorship. And the IOC itself cannot organize the games on 5 continents at the same time. Cooperation between the IOC, the continental Olympic communities, and the IF will be essential. Also, cooperation with media, with
sorry, to go from 30 to 50 sport is not so easy. Everything, even the cost even the cost will be bigger or not, because 50 sports. So we have to enlarge to 50 sport the Olympic movement. Do you think that is possible?
Now, this is 10 sports is an example. It's important, we share for the 5 continent for the all sports. Now it's 30, okay, maximum under the 4. But if we can organize 5 continents, so we can put more sports.
More sports and so on. But to organize is not so easy. I think that it's a little bit complicated, but you think that is for the future. For now, we have had only 2 continents, because in Paris there was also the surfing in the ocean, no? Different thing. But at least this is your idea. Another idea that is a great revolution is regarding the bicameral system that is completely new now. To introduce in the Olympic era the bicameral system that you are speaking about, the House that consists in not president and Olympic IF presidents, plus the Senate that consists from the current 120 IOC member as IOC member. So do you think that it's possible even to rebuild the IOC in this way?
So first, is I cannot hear first what say, what mean?
No, I was reading in your presentation, no? The governance,
Yeah.
the governance.
Governance, yes.
Yes, governance with the House and the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
But even to organize this is not easy at the beginning. It takes a long time to create, or not?
Now is this is one example. We must open. We must we must make a more new democracy. We must listen from the many people's opinion. Is okay? You told that is very difficult, but now with how many what you are doing now? You can make a big conference. With technology, we can do. We must listen. We must use for the technology, and we must is more open. IOC is a more make a more democracy.
Yes. Okay. Now let's go to the other problem that is we discuss a lot of time regarding the gender, the problem of gender, transgender, and so on. What is your opinion on this matter?
First is gender equality. Is I want to explain for the business people.
Yeah.
I'm working. Johnny, example. You will go to the shopping with your family.
Yeah.
Who will decide it? Maybe your wife or your daughter. Many things, is a woman's decision is very important. If we will not put for the position for the women, this organization will lose for the position. So that's why the IOC is also the IF and the NOC and NF. We respect for the women's position, opinion, and we must share for their position in the executive position. And for the another is for the transgender is we are international organization. We must recognize is we embrace diversity. That is our principle. We must respect. And we protect rights of women. We protect the rights of men. In addition, we will define the criteria for the transgender based on medical and scientific evidence. This will take time. Now we cannot say. We must correct for the ORIF is evidence. That is my understanding.
Okay, and now let's go to the other project. Listen, somebody is telling that it's time also to introduce the prize money in the Olympics. What is your if you go to 50 sport, the prize money will be a big amount of money, no? But nowadays, what do you think about the possible prize money?
I'm not agree. I will see pay for the prize money because I visited already. I told that 162 countries. You know, every country is a different environment situation. Is especially for the development country. They doesn't have a facility. They doesn't have a training system. We must support for those development country. IOC should provide support to development country. In the same time, the IOC should make effort to ensure that medalists have a bright future. But anyway, so now I'm against the IOC giving prize money to medalists and to make we must investment more development country. This is my opinion.
Yes, okay. And regarding the zero tolerance with the doping, you have to continue on this way, or you think that must be another way?
Now, of course, is zero tolerance is doping is no question. So now is I know that is WADA is a problem. Is WADA must be neutral. If one country provides a lot of the funding, it will not be neutral from the outside view. So we need to find the right way for the WADA.
Okay, now I will open the floor to all my colleagues because I begin with some special issue. I remind to everybody that was entered after that you are connected by Kyiv in Ukraine. You are in a gym with the athlete over there. And I think that this is very important. Now, I think that the first question is coming, let me see, from Alexander I think that Alexander is in Kyiv as well. Alexander, go ahead.
Yes, good day, good day. It's nice surprise to see that Mr. Watanabe now in Kyiv. In Kyiv, I am also in Kyiv, so congrats you, sir, here in Kyiv. Yes, we have some attacks sometimes, but we used to live. So thank you for this support. It's very important, and a pleasure to see you with Ukrainian flag background here. So my question is, you are now in the Ukrainian Athletic Association, yes, and I want to ask you about the case we had in the end of the last year with Ukrainian gymnast Ilya Koutun, who's took decision to change his citizenship with his coach to Croatian because of some problems with the Ukrainian Gymnastic Association. The question is, do you already took this request and take a decision? And what is your opinion about such situation when athletes willing to change their citizenship to other countries. And tell us, please, about your few words about your negotiations with the Athletic Ukrainian Federation. Thank you very much.
This is a light of the human life. How we can say if they want to change for the nationality, is we must respect. No choice. Is okay here. Looking, I have a gymnastics school. 3 years old, kid start gymnastics in the floor. And of course, gymnastics is very difficult. And to get for the success, one element is coach say that very good, very good. And that why is gymnast start continue for the training and try for the new element. Also looking for the mother and father is looking and they are happy. That's why is they are continue for the training. Many people are thinking with the athlete is working for their own career. I don't think so. All athlete is working for somebody. They want to see somebody happy from my performance. But one day, National Federation say that you must win. And the state say that you must get for the medal. I think this is a little problem. So that your question, if athlete want to go to the another nationality, we must respect. We must give them more freedom for the individual because sports is not for the country. This is my opinion.
Okay, next, Tracy Holmes is yours. Tracy?
Thanks, Gianni. And thank you, Mr. Watanabe, for taking our questions. With regard to your having the Olympics across the 5 continents simultaneously, which enables more sports to be part of the Olympic movement, it also decreases the costs, I guess, for each of those host cities in each of the continents. But one of the big things with the Olympics that nearly every athlete says is the beauty of the Olympic Village. And that has come to represent something about all the youth of the world coming together. How would that work with your plan of having the Olympic Games in 5 different continents? And would it dissipate that feeling of the world coming together?
Thank you very much. Is a good question. Is during the Olympic Games, in reality, athletes are too focused on their competition. Is that why I will organize the Olympian Forum will be attended by Olympians and the IOC members, the global company, media, and the NGOs, after the Olympic Games. And, is this the Olympian Forum be held after the game, and the create is more, spirit of the friendship under the one roof. Again, during the game, in reality, athletes are too focused on their competition. And I will organize this Olympian Forum. And sorry, I have. And it's a chance for athletes to explore the second career opportunities and interact direct with many world leaders. So that I want to use for this Olympian forum to the spirit of the under friendship under one roof.
Thank you.
Okay. Wojciech.
Good afternoon, Mr. Watanabe. Hello. I have like one story that will touch two matters I would like to ask. This is the story of the last Olympic qualifications in rhythmic gymnastics and the Polish athlete Liliana Lewinska. Oh yes, so you know the story, but to give the background to those who do not know, there was the we can say it straightly, the results manipulation, right? Because the supervisor from Cyprus was disqualified, so it is like confirmed for changing the result of the Russian athlete starting in the Cyprus under the Cyprus flag to avoid the ban on the Russian athletes. So I would like to ask, as the potential IOC president, what is your plans to prevent the result manipulation instead of just punish it afterwards, because some harm is irreparable for after months. And the second question about the nationality changes, what is your opinion on that? If it's not, don't you think that it might be used too much in today's world?
First question, that case now is in the court, so that I cannot comment this individual case. But for the sports, in the sports, judging the sports, we must be more fair. And reality, we had a problem, not only gymnastics and many other sports. That's why I started for the AI judging system. We need technology helping, so that I think that you will see in this year World Championship Gymnastics in Jakarta, you can see for the AI how is judging in that venue. We need more transparent. We need more fair judging, so that in the near future we can make a AI judging and correct judging. In this cycle, we start for the gymnastics. I think that there's many sports is starting from the gymnastics.
And on the nationality changes?
And the nationality changes, so I answered, everybody has a human rights. Everybody has a individual rights, so that we cannot touch a lot. How we can say? This is my...
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Takako.
Thank you. 渡辺会長、よろしくお願いいたします。読売新聞の結城です I don't think there is a Japanese translation, so I have to probably continue on in English.
Unfortunately, we have only 4 languages, not Japanese.
Okay, that's fair enough. I would like to ask you, Mr. Watanabe, regarding where you are now. And back in Tokyo, when you have press conference for your presidency, running for the presidency, you did told us that peace is the most vital thing for you to be leading in any sport. And now you are in Kiev, try to listen to the athletes and officials of Ukraine. What sort of gut feeling your experience in Kiev now would give you regarding the meaning of peace for sport? And also, you have mentioned before to us that having individual participation on both sides of the country's athletes when the countries are at war. That could you elaborate a little bit of that idea in terms of Ukraine-Russian situation? Thank you.
So, is in February 2022, the country of Russia did not respect the Olympic Truce Agreement. Therefore, the country was punished. This is no question. And however, it is not good to punish athletes who are not involved in the conflict, because it will create new hatred. Therefore, a system of the participation of the neutral athlete was created by IOC. I believe that this is the right solution. And I came to Ukraine today, and also I met many times Ukraine gymnasts. And I told that, please don't create for the new hatred, so that please accept for the Russia will participate by neutral position. But never they are not, they didn't accept. Even now, they are not accepting. When we are talking, is of course gymnast is crying. Also I was crying. But I continued with talk. Sports can contribute for the peace. The IOC has shown in the past that the Olympic Games can help to reduce tensions and foster peace. The ping pong diplomacy, the table tennis diplomacy in the 1970. In the perfect example, my goal has always been to use sporting instruction, diffuse tensions. So now I am here in Ukraine, but near the future, I'll go to the Moscow soon, and I will talk with Russian gymnasts, and also go to the Israel and Palestine and other conflict zone. And what they are talking, and we share for their opinion, and something we must start for the action. Example for the FIG, establish peace and gymnastics working group. And one member want to start friendship competition, is a conflict zone, is a friendship championship. And teach for the junior gymnast, and make for the friendship with the conflict countries. Like that, not easy, and need time, but we must start. Otherwise, why sports? Is 19 1980, Moscow, 1984, Los Angeles. We are not perfect as Olympic Games. We didn't get for some countries not participate. And also 2024 Paris Olympic Games, no some country. We must, problem on the table. We don't must close the eye. We don't must close the ears. We must put on the table for the problem and discuss and must solve it. I don't want to run away from the problem. We are tackle for the problem. Now, sports cannot stop for the war, but we must make for the culture. For the sports can contribute for the peace. We need time, but never give up.
Okay,
Thank you
next,
so much indeed.
Raul.
Good afternoon. What is the plan to help the least developed countries?
Help list. What's saying?
Can you repeat? Raul, can you repeat the question?
What is the plan to help the least developed countries?
When come to the development country, I visited many countries. Also, but Argentina is not a development country. Problem is current situation in the government. But I visited for the development country and sit down. I sit down and also invited for the National Olympic Committee. I invited for the Minister of the Sport. We are talking together. What is the problem? Exactly what is the problem? Again, we must put on for the problem. What is the problem? Each country is different. Now Argentina is, its problem is different. So solution is each country is different, but we must talk and we must solve the problem. Example for the one country have a good facility, but no training system. Another country, they have a good athlete, but no facility. Example for the how many years ago? It's 7 years ago, no, 8 years ago. I visited the Philippines. In the Philippines, that time gymnastics, nothing, zero. But I saw one kid, I found one kid. He has a big talent. And immediately I spoke with Japanese Gymnastics Federation, please get for this gymnast is training in the Japan after 8 years with the Paris Olympic Games, get for the gold medal, 2 gold medal. And now is the Philippines, gymnastics is developing. Many kids want to train for the gymnastics. Again, each country is different. And what is problem and what is solution, and a strong country must support for the developing country, not thinking only for the own country. That is a solution. Not only IOC is working, is like a team and working together.
Okay. Now, Sergio from Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you, Mr. Mulu and Mr. Watanabe. In Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Steve Butcher was elected to the Men's Technical Committee in gymnastics. He's the first Trinidadian to be elected. Have you had interactions with him? 1. And 2, in Trinidad and Tobago, I'm not sure if this is a worldwide phenomenon as well, but there's a lack of male gymnasts. Is that a worldwide phenomenon, and how do you intend to address that?
So, Steve Butcher became the sports coordinator in the FIG. And this is an idea from the past former president of the FIG. And I accept also, I put for the Steve Butcher as a sports coordinator. But, we have 8 sports. 8 sports is different history, different culture. Is a former president would want to make one sport, but reality was a very difficult. And now our policy is, as a vice president, we must respect for the each sport history, each sport culture. And I think that the IOC is the same. Each sport has a benefit. Each sport has a culture. So that we must respect this one. And again, the developing is different. Example was gender equality. Immediately can make gender equality. Some sports cannot be, but open the door and wait. And of course, making for the effort for the gender equality. So that is, we must respect each sport. We must respect each other. This is my policy.
Okay. Now, Alexander again.
Yes, please, if it's possible. I just would like to ask Mr. Watanabe and just make some remarks, because you said that you spoke with the Ukrainian Federation and Ukrainian athletes about admission or readmission Russian athletes to the competitions, and they do not accept it. Just a fact that in 3 years, more than 500 athletes and coaches died during Russian bombings. So many of them young, also gymnasts. Before our eyes, there's the photos of little girl gymnasts who dreamed about Olympics, and there are many others who will never compete at the Olympic Games because they were killed. This is the strong facts which against participations of the Russian athletes. And for example, Victoria Listunova, gymnast, which supported war with letter Z on his t-shirts. So this is the facts. So when you're talking to not close eyes and ears, you also can't close your eyes and ears to these facts. That's why Ukrainians against. And the most important things in all of this situation with negotiations is to stop firing from Russia side first. And when the war will stop after that, and Ukrainians will be not killing every day like today or tomorrow or yesterday, in this time we can say that Russian athletes should be readmitted for the competition. Don't you think so?
Thank you very much for your honest opinion is give me. And also I want to say for the honest, that I understand, but not only Ukraine, also I spoke with Israel president and understand. But to end of the era, we must make for the solution. Difficult, but we must discussion, and because maybe discussion cannot solve. But otherwise, is only for in the sport. I believe, I hope, in the sports we can make all the friendship and peace. And again, we must contribute for the peace. Otherwise, difficult. I understand 100%, 1,000%. You will say it's not understanding is. You know, where I was born, you know, you would say that my career is, I am second generation of the atomic bomb victims. My father went atomic bomb in the house. And when I was a child, go to the every year in the Hiroshima, and what happened in Hiroshima, my father explained. And also my father died by cancer. Of course, this is from atomic bomb. But again, is one day we must make Buddha peace work.
Okay. Mei Zhao.
Thank you, Jenny. Good afternoon. As the only Asian candidate coming from Japan, a nation with a strong Olympic tradition, my question for you is, the global sports landscape is shifting, with nations like Saudi Arabia and Qatar making significant investments, so reshaping international sports. Meanwhile, the US, China, and the EU, etc., engage in increasing geopolitical competition through sports. If elected, how would you navigate this power dynamic to maintain the IOC's credibility and independence while balancing the interests of competing nations? Thank you.
May, only one correction. If I have not heard wrong, you told he's the only Asian, but Prince Faisal is also in Asia, are two. Sorry, the geography is important.
Thank you, Jerry. Also, I want to explain for the president. You know, now is Asia is a population is growing, and the Asia economic is growing, so that we need IOC and also for the World Sports Committee, we need for the power of the Asia. But this is not the reason for the, you know, is master church elected for the Asia. For me, is you know, important. Next president should be innovator, because the world is changing every day. Today is a right, but the next day is not the right way. That's why it's always we must innovate, and we must make with a new strategy for just to change. So 5 continent Olympic game is like crazy, but we must think, you know, 18th century format Olympic game. Current Olympic game is 18th century format, and you know, adapt. That one day we cannot continue like that. So that I propose one crazy propose that everything, you know, look guest for the smartphone 10 years ago, but now everybody using for the smartphone. 10 years ago, who thought is we can see for the football in the smartphone? So everything is very quickly, dynamically changing. And President Thomas Bach, he understand. He changed the habit. And the next president who will be, it doesn't matter. And we must change. We must innovate. And we must tackle for the peace. This is my opinion. And the need for the power of the Asia. And the next era, Africa. We need for their power because 2030 already Asia population is go down and Africa is go up. This is reality. So that when come to the growth is come to the next era to the Africa. So that step by step we need for the each country to have the power. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sergio again. Dr. Togago is very excited with the gymnastic. He's a young guy. What is Sergio? Sergio, what is?
Right. So if you'd allow, I just have two questions. One would be
only two. We are lucky.
Well, I have more, but I will limit it to two, considering there are other participants as well. The first question would be regarding the separation of the Olympics in the 5 continents. How long do you foresee that happening? As in, when do you see it possibly being implemented at soonest, considering that some areas may still need development, some continents may still need development? And the second one would be regarding what you stated in your manifesto pertaining to AI and technology. Are you concerned about the lack of human touch in judging if you are to implement AI more?
Sergio is why is judge has a I don't would say was manipulate, but why misjudges and why judges doing manipulate? Because human touch. Why there is not a track on the field? There is not for the manipulate because time. Human cannot touch. This is a long time. Working in the gymnastics, I understand. Is I want to be gymnastics as a track and field and swimming. Is no human touch. Is only calculated by AI computer. Is that is absolutely different opinion with you. Is somebody asked for me is okay, Mr. Watanabe, for the artistic point, how can judge it? Also, this is can judge by AI. How? Because we are thinking art is culture art, but we must make criteria sports art. Sports art, culture art, okay, go home. Art, Picasso, everything is beautiful because everybody is different criteria. But for the sports, we need one criteria. Example was okay, Picasso is beautiful in the sports, but another is not beautiful like that. But this is because sports, we must training same criteria. We must compete same criteria. Otherwise, this is not fair. Is that's why for me is a human touch make a mistake. Is especially this is my experience by gymnastics. And Sergio, you have many questions. Is you can get for my email from the it's Steve Butcher, so that you can ask anytime.
But with
Listen,
regards to the first question, with regards to the timing of the continents, of the implementation of your split with the different continents.
Oh, different continent, right?
no, he's asking when you can, your project of to have the Olympics in the 5 continents, how far it is in the timing to organize it, because cannot be tomorrow. In 2050, 2050 or more.
No, already 36 is under the meeting, so that is we can start for the 40. But before, maybe is some Olympic Games. I don't want to say for which Olympic game is. If have a problem, we can use some parts.
Okay.
Even now it's France, but Johnny already explained. Paris Olympic game is Paris, and also for the
Tahiti, yes. Okay, now I thank you very much. Now the hour is expired, but I want to ask you regarding press, no? Because, for example, now at your Congress in Greece, for the press, they told me that all the candidate has decided that it's better to meet us in the mixed zone only. Even the elected president will go to the mixed zone. But what you mean for mixed zone, with the mixed sex? Because it's not a kind of mixed zone. There is a fence. You are in one side, we are in another side. Is a mix for what? What you mean?
I don't want to comment for the current IOC system, but is for me is open. Is I don't have any secret, so that I can meet with media and I can comment for everything. I'm open person, but I don't know current, but must open and we must work for the together with the media. For my side, if you will ask me, what do you think is for the media? Media is for me is like an auditor, free auditor, free charge of the auditor. What I'm doing, good or bad, is you will give us for the advice.
Okay.
Everybody cannot perfect.
Yes, this for sure we are not perfect at all, but this idea of the mixed sex zone and everything, so included also everybody that has the right, is something that I hope that in the future will be changed, because if not, if you have seen that today discussing freely about the problem, we have had an exchange of opinion after, and for many people I think that we have had some idea that before we have not. So I thank you very much, and see you soon somewhere around the world, because you have visited 162 countries. I think that this year you are the world record, okay? Record holder. So I thank you very much, all the colleagues, and the meeting is for tomorrow at 2:00 with the other contender, Samaranch. Thank you very much, Morinari. Now I think that you have to, when you go back to Poland, because he has arrived last night 3:00 in Kiev after 12 hours of drive. It's not so easy, and I thank you, because it was not so easy to stay with us today, but you choose a perfect place where to be connected. Thank you very much, Morinari.
Thank you very much.
Ciao to everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
It was a real pleasure for everybody of us. Thank you.